This is TWiT.
Paul Thurrott with your tip of the week.
The latest fan of Clipchamp.
Clipchamp.
The Microsoft video editing. Here's the thing. I think we all kind of made fun of this when Microsoft announced they were purchasing it.
They bought
it.
In
fact, I think the first thing we asked was, what's a Clipchamp? Never heard of it, right? And of course, you know, for people like who've been around a while and have used Windows Movie Maker back in the day, super disappointing. The video editing tools that are built into Windows today. If you go to the Photos app, there's actually a really basic video editor built in that is really just designed. You can throw photos in it, turns into a slideshow. You can, you know, add a title and some music, really basic stuff. I have been working on some video project stuff in recent weeks, and as I've been experimenting with all kinds of different video editors, and you know, I think 2-3 weeks ago, I recommended a free product called Shotcut, which is actually very good. I mentioned that if you're on a Mac, you should just use iMovie. iMovie's amazing. And lately, I've been using Adobe Premiere Elements.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, full-featured, like DaVinci Resolve is another kind of thing like that, where, you know, if you don't know what you're doing, it is a little bit of a leap, you know, to get into it. But once you figure out what's going on, it's you know, it's full-featured. And I don't know what occurred. It just occurred to me the other day, like, hey, Microsoft has this thing. I should see how it works. And I'm thinking, I know how this is going to end up. This is going to be hilarious because it's not going to be able to do any of the things I can do in Adobe Premiere Elements. So some of the things I would want to do, for example, is like not just like basic titles, but like you create titles of your own in, say, Photoshop or in Affinity Photo with transparencies. You have, like, if you're putting a video on YouTube, you want that little thing that comes up and tells you to subscribe, or you know, different audio tracks. And some of those things require like green screen, like green keying. There's no way this very basic tool is ever going to do any of that. And so I recreated a video. It's the same video I've been creating in every solution because I want to get a kind of a handle on how this works. It's like multiple clips, really simple transitions, music, transition, you know, I'm sorry, not transition, different titling that I created myself. And it did everything. Like, it actually worked great.
Did you use the templates at all?
No. Okay. So here's the thing. So when Microsoft bought Clipchamp, this was a subscription service, right? They have 3 tiers you can pay for. There's a free version, but you can pay. And when you pay, you get extra stuff. Like you get the ability to store your videos in their cloud. You get the ability to gain access to their stock images, stock videos, stock music. And then they have all those extra things like titles and templates and themes and all kinds of stuff. I was just really, this actually worked. Oh, I'm sorry. The thing I was getting to there was, in the beginning, you had to pay to get 720p or 1080p output.
Oh.
To get 1080p, it was $19.99 a month.
Oh, forget it.
And so, yeah. So like many people, I was like, no. Like, that just makes this, I don't care how good this is, forget it. But it's Microsoft, right? So they dropped all that. They still offer the tiers, but the quality of the output is not one of the options. So you can output in 1080p. For it. Yes.
Okay.
I'm not paying for it, but I will say I was pleasantly surprised. It literally did every single thing I needed it to do that I thought I would, have to use a full featured tool like DaVinci Resolve or Premiere Elements. I was shocked that it was able to do this stuff.
Nice. Well, they needed that because they had to compete with iMovie and.
I think, yes. So I think the consensus out there is that this thing is not full-featured. It's not as good as Movie Maker used to be. I think what I'm trying to say is, actually, this is better than Movie Maker was.
Yeah. Well, it's more modern. I mean, it can do things like streaming and stuff. Yeah.
Yep. The only thing it's missing, I would say, is you can't go above 1080p. You couldn't even pay to do that. So if you're doing 4K, you can't use this. But come on, if you're using 4K video, you're using a freebie tool like Clipchamp. Clipchamp, yes. The version that's in the store, the version that is included with Windows 11 is the same version that's on the web. It's just packaged as an app. There's no difference. It works great. I still can't believe how good this thing is. Like I thought so little of this. I almost completely ignored it. And then I thought, I've been playing around with this video stuff. I should just look now. Now's the time. And I was like, wow, this actually is. I'm like, it's not going to do the green screen. No, it does the green screen.
Wow.
It's not going to let me do multiple levels of video on top of it. Nope, no, it does that too.
And this is all with the free level.
Yeah, free.
Wow.
Yep. It's built right into Windows.
Nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
Very good.
Yeah.
Windows 10 and 11 now?
10 and 11, yep. I believe it's built into 10, but if it's not, you can get it in the store. It runs in Windows 10. And you could, whatever, you could use Linux. It's in the web. Anyone can use it.
Oh, it's web-based.
Yeah, it's a web app.
Oh, interesting.
I know. It's crazy. It works
so you could do it on a Chromebook?
I believe so. I mean, not, but I would think so, yeah. I think so.
Oh, that's really interesting. Oh.
Yeah, it's good. It's surprisingly good. And like, there's all this other functionality. You mentioned templates. Like I didn't do any of that stuff, but obviously it does its own titling. It does all, different transitions, different effects. All kinds of stuff is built into it. It's really worth looking at. Like I said, pleasantly surprised.